Alright, I'm gonna react to I Show Speed Was Flash. ये 3 महीने पहले video, but it is a funny video.
Speed react to himself being in
देखने से पहले
numerous
judge
what
करूँगा.
if movie videos made by fans. Harry Potter, The Karate Kid,
Alright.
Superman, the freaking Sonic movie. But what if Speed was in the
I Show Speed ऐसे करता है.
How about
Chat
I do
देखना.
you one even better? What would it look like if Speed had the powers of the Flash? Not Barry Allen, but one that's completely different from the actual series.
अभी तो अलग चीज है भाई. मेरे को लगा वो वाला है नहीं कि if I Show Speed was in Spider-Man मतलब comedy वाला backshot देता रहता है.
Nothing bizarre or weird should happen except for maybe Speed waking up at 1 p.m. and yelling at his chat because someone called him a L for breathing. He plans on streaming FIFA, arguing with a few kids in his chat, and barking at Ronaldo highlights. Nothing outside the usual ecosystem of the chaos, you know? But that day Destiny looks at Speed and says, yeah, let's ruin his timeline. Speed is in his room, the lights are flashing red, blue, green like a budget nightclub. It's after Halloween and Bro is still trying on the black Flash suit because he is just still too invested in his character. He is practicing those fake super speed.
1 second.
The kind that looks like the atmosphere is buffering. During the stream, someone donates and says, Bro, you are not the Black Flash, it's 3
मुझे लगा मुझे कौन donate कर रहा है?
for this bullshit. And Speed, being Speed, looks at the screen and tells the chat while still being in character.
मतलब कौन गरीब streamer को करता है भाई? अमीर streamer को करो. I Show Speed.
He steps back, does that little goofy shoulder wiggle that he does before he tries something stupid, and then sprints across his room for a dramatic effect. But as he takes off, a lightning cracks across the sky, blasts through the power lines, shooting straight into his house through the window, and them LED lights and straight into him. Speed is frozen mid-scream, stuck in a T-pose, hair fried upward like a Pikachu evolution, and electricity crackled around his feet. The entire stream thinks it is a bit off. Mods think it is just a filter. Chat is
कौन इतना बैठ के सोच रहा है यार? किसके दिमाग में है
Bro
सब?
thinks he's Barry Allen, but then Speed moves. No, wait. He teleports. In one frame, he's in his chair.
Bro,
the next frame, he's outside in the yard with his shirt.
स्कल मुझे कैसे बन गया बरो?
What the fuck?
He looks down, and red lightning has crackled off his
ghost
shoes.
वाला
Chat
यार
watches this and goes silent for
shit.
the first time in human history. Speed has just accidentally become the Flash. Chat spams run once again. So he tries running again, and suddenly he launched so hard he ends up leaving a crater on his lawn and appears on the opposite side of Cincinnati.
पर लेकिन इसको stream कौन कर रहा है?
What just happened, his phone is buzzing. He checks in his phone and looks
Bro,
at
why is that
25
the-
missed calls from his dad, 12 from his friends, and a text from someone named Unknown saying, "Do not run again. The fabric of space is fragile today." Speed, however, obviously runs again. He has just started testing his powers with the worst possible level of maturity. He sprints across a Walmart just to see if he could restock every shelf alphabetically before the employees notice him. He then runs to France midstream to scream "Sui" under the Eiffel Tower, and then just like that is back to Ohio, his home state, like nothing even happened. He is an unstoppable force of nonsense.
Imagine if I really
But
had
the
this
real
power.
chaos started when he realized
Relax, bro.
something
मेरे को पहले
horrifyingly
मिलेगा
epic.
अगर आएगा
If he
तो.
could run that fast, he could finally challenge Noah Lyles again.
I
He
don't
remembers
need no
how that whole
fucking
Sega
super
went
speed.
down. He remembers
need no
getting
fucking
tumbled by a
super
professional
speed to be Noah
sprinter,
Lyles.
and he remembers saying to him, "I will be back for a rematch." Now with powers, he feels like this is his biblical calling. So he DMs Noah at supersonic speed, obviously, and Noah replies 8 seconds later with "No." But by that time, Speed has already run to his house. He shows up in Noah Lyles' backyard wearing that same black
But
Flash
is-
Halloween
कर
outfit
कौन
with
रहा है
his mask
stream?
half on and the shoulder piece crooked, yelling, "Run it back! Run it back!" Even before Noah could comprehend what the actual fuck is happening. He is with Speed on the track, ready to race him. He blinks once, and Speed is already halfway across the track doing Fortnite dances at Mach 3, while Noah stands there with his jaw
भाई
dropping
उधर
down.
दे रहा है मुझे दे दे
The
भाई.
match was unfair in every way. The moment the referee yelled "Go," Speed vanished. Not ran. Quite literally, vanished. He completed the race so fast the stadium speakers played the national anthem by accident. Noah hadn't even left the starting block. Speed is so fast that the wind pressure alone ends up knocking a cameraman into another
Excuse क्यों लग रहा था वो?
After all of this, the internet explodes. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Everyone has watched I Show Speed break the physics of the human anatomy, but this is just the beginning. Because once the world knows of his super speed, the Olympics give a call to him. Yes,
125 के तो ये ऐसे ही ले लेता है भाई. ये देख, ये क्या देख 125 के भाई, इधर ही इसको 140 से भाई व्यूज तो अच्छे से डालते हैं.
Actual freaking Olympics. They email him, ring a call to him, DM him, Heck, they even show up at his house. They want him to run for Team USA, or honestly for any team that could claim him before someone else does. They don't care, but America surely does. The Olympics know he is the fastest thing on earth.
ऐसा नहीं होगा, लेकिन जब भी आयरल किसी के पास पावर आएगा ना, ये वाला मैं लिख के दे रहा हूँ, वो बंदा is getting experimented. ये बंदा को कोई ना तो कोई बोलेंगे आत्महत्या कर लिया और उड़ा लेंगे
He
उसको.
runs around so fast he causes localized windstorms that kept knocking over the torch. He pranks
जो
other
unknown
athletes
message
by
आया था
tying
उसका
their
क्या?
shoelaces together in less than a
Diddy
millisecond.
donated
He steals
$1
over 800
Just got
slices of
Diddy.
pizza from the
Nutrition
dining
come
hall
and oil me
and
that
arranges them
daddy
into a
feed.
giant Ronaldo mural before anyone could even blink. He then moves the weightlifting section onto the roof just to watch people get confused. Runs so fast in the swimming arena that the
Chat, what
freaking
if I
pool
was
ends up
Black
boiling.
Flash?
During the opening
Okay.
ceremony, he jogs around the stadium at the speed of sound.
Wally
to
है
see if
Black
he can
Flash
beat
already.
The parade. Bro ends up finishing it even before the announcer has said, "Welcome to the 2028 Olympics." And when race day comes, Speed doesn't just win it, Bro ends up shattering reality. The gun is fired, Speed takes one step in slow-mo so the audience can watch it, and then in an instant crosses the finish line.
Damn!
He wants to show off so much that he accidentally runs around the entire Earth before he could stop. He ends up breaking the world record by such a stupid margin that even the scoreboard freezes. When all of this happens, the crowd doesn't cheer for him. Instead, they just stare there motionless along with the other players like they witnessed a meteor having a midlife crisis. Speed walks back onto the track drenched in ocean water, holding a confused penguin he somehow picked up from Antarctica.
अरे तो वही था ना यार, उधर
"Let's
गया था जो
go! I won!"
पर्पस ढूंढ रहा
Even
था,
the
उसको पकड़
commentators
लिया.
Do not
don't know
sound
what
like
to say.
that.
One faints, and the other drops the mic right there and retires
ये
on
तो
the
साला
spot.
Gary Neville
When the
है,
medal
I
ceremony
think.
is to
नहीं, hold on,
happen,
what?
Speed doesn't even stay for it. He gets bored waiting, so he runs home before the podium is even assembled. But being
At
fast wasn't
Hosway
just about
Gore
chaos.
donated $2
Speed starts
through
learning
Super
things
Chat.
about the world, about time, consequences, and about how far he could push
पर
things before he
भाई वो
accidentally
लेकिन
sends
स्कल बन गया
himself
ना,
to
उसका
prehistoric
चमड़ा विमड़ा
times
गायब हो
and
गया.
has to race a velociraptor to make his way
shit.
back to
क्या
2025.
क्या वो
He learned
क्या
that
उसका
super
डी काम
speed
कर रहा
isn't
है.
just fast running, it's fast thinking. He realizes he could now read
At
entire
Luck
books in
Gaming
one full
X9T
second,
donated
could finish a whole
200
anime
rupees through
season
Super
before the
Chat.
intro
Okay.
song even ends.
What?
Or that he can
ये कैसे करेगा तू बता भाई, इतना फास्ट थोड़ी ना कोई सिस्टम चला भी नहीं पाएगा उतना फास्ट,
Instant
इम्पॉसिबल है.
noodles so
Lag
fast
होने
they
लगेगा
get
पूरा
done
system.
before even the water is boiled. His streams became ridiculous. He does a 0.7 second IRL stream where he runs a stream became ridiculous. He does a 0.7 second IRL stream where he
Okay,
runs
ये
around
funny
the
था.
planet holding his phone, and somehow the footage is
Hey, a
still
7-second
rendered.
live
The video
stream
blows
running around
up,
a whole
and the
planet.
chat asks, "What's next?" He announces to them the Speed Run of Life challenge, where he tries to complete an entire day's chores in 0.000
Chat, this is something I'll actually do.
The entire chat loses it. He does
I
a
will
cooking
actually
stream
do this.
where he moves so fast the ingredients get fused into a molecular soup. Speed looks at the camera and says, "Man, I am not eating this." Then does a fitness stream where he runs on a treadmill so fast it catches fire and then explodes. Bro takes one glance at the mess he has made, pauses, and then rebuilds it at super speed while screaming at
What?
the chat. But eventually,
Engineering
Speed
कर
wonders
कैसे कर लिया
what
फिर
else he
इसने?
could do. Could he fight
एक second.
crime? Could he be a hero?
ठीक है सब
Oh,
समझ में
he
आया.
tries. He really does, actually. He stops a bank robbery, but accidentally ends up blowing all the money into the atmosphere. Then tries to save a cat from a tree, but runs so fast the tree ends up catching fire. He stops a runaway bus, but forgets to stop himself and is carrying a bus to Mexico. Bro tries saving a woman's purse and ends up returning it before she even lost it, confusing the fabric of
What?
fate so badly the universe
What?
ends up taking a coffee break. He isn't a hero, but an energetic natural disaster with a good heart. Yet, the world loves him. Speedster Speed is famous. Kids wear the new Speed Flash merchandise.
W Speed.
People post clips of him breaking the sound barrier while yelling, "God is good, God is great," in his goofy voice. Scientists
कैसे
end up
upload
trying to
करेगा यार?
study him, but he
At
keeps
Luck
escaping
Gaming
mid-experiment.
Dash
because
कैसे
he is
stream
so
हो रहा है?
hungry.
200
The government
rupees
tries
through
containing
Super
him,
Chat.
but he runs through the
Love
walls
from
before they
India.
could even finish their sentences. He lives in the Speed Force, but not the one from comics. He is powered by memes, barking,
Oi!
bad decisions, and an unending adrenaline. But the
At
funniest part,
Navraj Singh
Speed
D7Q
never figures out
donated
how to turn his
$2
powers
through
off.
Super Chat.
Every time he tries to slow
Watch
down,
Sidhu moves
his
while
legs
a new
just
music video
refuse.
speed
His
full
mom dad
score.
yells at him to stop running in the house, but by that time, he's already in Tokyo buying snacks.
What?
He doesn't go on airplanes because he'd outrun them. Does not take an Uber anymore because he reaches the destination even before the app is loaded.
हाँ, तो
Speed
पता है
becomes
भाई.
the fastest, dumbest, happiest human being
Dumbest?
alive. And the world
Dumbest.
adapts to it too.
How am I
Maps
dumb?
now are updated to include
भाई
speed
fact बोल रहा है.
shortcuts. Delivery apps offer delivered by Speed as a joke. Even Noah Lyles accepts his fate and jokingly retires from racing, calling Speed the fastest man alive on Earth, a title
Obviously.
he once held. One day, after a long run around the planet, Speed sits on his roof, legs crackling with red lightning, watching the sunset. Someone in
भाई
chat
अगर ये
asked
मेरे पे
him,
बना
"Hey
होता
Speed,
तो मेरे को
what's it
बहुत
like being the
इंटरेस्टिंग होता
fastest
जैसे
person
ishowspeed
ever?"
को हो रहा
He paused, thought
पर ये मेरे
deeply
पे नहीं
for
बना
once
है
and said,
God I agree
"It's
this
fun,
shit is
man.
ass
It's real fun. But I'm gonna be honest,
bro
I still can't beat the GOAT Ronaldo, you know?" Then jumps off the roof and sprints to Portugal. And that's the world
यार
where ishowspeed
ये
becomes
ass
flat.
story था to
A
be
world
honest
where
मतलब
logic
कुछ
died,
Bro
physics
graduated
resigned,
from
and
Patron
chaos
High
कुछ
School.
अच्छा स्टोरी बना
A world
सकता
where
था
the
ना कुछ भी
fastest
बना
man
दिया
alive isn't a hero, he is
बेसिक
Speed.
भेंडी चैट जीपीटी या स्टोरी
Yo, that was a good video. I actually like that.
हाँ साले तेरे ग्लेस करेगा तो अच्छा ही लगेगा ना हाँ नहीं तो हाँ इट इज व्हाट इट इज वीडियो ब्रो